Buying a home in Louisiana is different than buying a home in a lot of other states, and there are a few things that really surprise people if they're moving here from out of state. So in this video, I want to walk you through the things that people don't expect when buying a home in Louisiana, so that you can be prepared and not blindsided during the home buying process. Hey there, I'm Jen Gamble, and I'm a local realtor here in Northwest Louisiana. I've lived here for over 38 years, and I help people buy and sell homes in the Shreveport and Bossier City area. A lot of the people that I work with are either first-time home buyers or they're relocating in from another state, and there are a few Louisiana-specific things that come up in almost every transaction that people just don't see coming. So today, I'm going to walk you through some of the biggest ones so that you know what to expect before you start the home buying process. So whether you're planning on moving to the area in the next 90 days or even over the next 9 months, these are a few things that you're going to want to keep top of mind. Number 1, Homestead Exemption. One of the first things that surprises people is something called the Homestead Exemption. In Louisiana, if this is your primary residence, you can qualify for a homestead exemption that reduces the taxable value of your home, which can lower your property taxes. This is a big deal because property taxes in Louisiana are already relatively low compared to a lot of other states, and the homestead exemption can lower them even more. But a lot of people don't realize that you do have to apply for it, and it doesn't always happen automatically. Once you buy your home, you typically go down to the parish tax assessor's office and file for your homestead exemption, and that reduction will apply going forward. So, if you're comparing monthly payments, just know that your taxes may actually go down after you file for your homestead. Number 2, property taxes. Another thing that people are usually surprised by is property taxes in Louisiana. Compared to states like Texas or California, property taxes here are generally much lower, which helps keep your monthly payment more affordable. But the important thing to understand is that property taxes can still vary depending on the parish, the value of the home, and whether or not you have the homestead exemption in place. When you're buying a home, your lender will estimate your property taxes and include that in your monthly payment. But those numbers can adjust slightly over time. So it's important to look at the estimated taxes on each property you're considering so that you can understand the true monthly cost of that house, not just the purchase price. Number 3, flood zones. One of the biggest topics in Louisiana real estate is flood zones. Now, not every house is in a flood zone, but this is something that we always check when someone is thinking about making an offer on a home. If a home is in a flood zone, your lender will most likely require flood insurance, which is an additional insurance policy on top of your homeowner's insurance policy. Some flood policies are very affordable and some can be more expensive. So this is something we always want to look at early in the process, not the week before closing. The good news is that we can look up flood zone information before you even look at a house, and we can get insurance quotes before you ever commit to the house. So there are no big surprises later on down the road. Number 4, home insurance cost. This is probably the thing that surprises the people most when they're moving here to Louisiana, and that is the cost of homeowners insurance. Insurance in Louisiana has gone up over the last few years, and the cost can vary a lot depending on the age of the roof, the age of the home, the location, and whether or not flood insurance is required. Louisiana is typically a sunny state with great weather for the majority of the year, but we can also get crazy storms when we get them. And hail damage can be a real issue with springtime storms. Not only that, but Louisiana is on the Gulf, and we do occasionally get hurricanes that can send tropical storms over this area. Yes, even this far north. I always tell buyers that before they finalize their budget, we need to get a real insurance quote, because insurance can really change your monthly payment more than you might expect. The difference between one house and another could be a couple $100s a month just in insurance. So this is something that you're definitely going to want to factor into your budget early. Number 5, closing costs. Another thing people don't always expect is closing costs. Closing costs are separate from your down payment, but they include things like lender fees, title fees, appraisal, prepaid taxes, and insurance, and a few other items. A general rule of thumb is that closing costs are often around 2 to 4% of the purchase price, but that can vary depending on the loan and the situation. The good news is that sometimes we can negotiate for the seller to help pay some of those closing costs, depending on the market and the offer. But it's important to know that closing costs exist, so you're not planning to bring just your down payment to closing. Number 6, inspections. Inspections are a very important part of the home buying process here. Once you go under contract on a home, you'll typically have an inspection period where you can have a professional inspector come look at your property and check things out, such as the roof, HVAC, plumbing, electrical, and the overall condition of the home. If the inspector finds issues, you may be able to negotiate repairs on a credit from the seller. Inspections are there to protect you as the buyer, and I always recommend that you do not skip inspections, because that's your opportunity to really understand the condition of the home before you fully commit to the purchase. Along with inspections, you'll also want to have a licensed plumber inspect the lines, especially for older homes. And always get a termite inspection done as well. Number 7, HOAs. The last thing that sometimes surprises people is HOAs, or homeowners associations. Not every neighborhood has an HOA, but many newer neighborhoods and planned communities do have them. HOAs usually have an annual or quarterly fees, and they may have rules about things like fences, exterior paint colors, parking, and general neighborhood appearance. Some neighborhoods have monthly HOA fees, and this can definitely add up in the long run. With that, some people do love HOAs because they help keep the neighborhood looking nice, and some people prefer neighborhoods that don't have them. You get a little more freedom without them, but either way, it's something you want to know before you buy, because it does affect both your monthly cost and what you can and can't do with a property, or even if you can drive a golf cart in the neighborhood. And yes, some HOAs actually have rules against golf carts in the neighborhood. So there you have it. These are some of the biggest things that people tend to be surprised by when buying a home here in Louisiana. It's not that any of these things are bad, it's just that they're different, and it's really important to understand how all of this works so you can plan your budget and make a good decision when you buy a home. If you're thinking about buying a home in the Shreveport or Bossier City area, or you're planning to move to Northwest Louisiana, I'd love to help you through this process and make sure that there are no surprises along the way. My contact information is in the description below, so feel free to reach out anytime, and I'll see you in the next video.